The boardroom sat in a hush, the only sound the faint buzz of the overhead lights. She leaned in, lips curling as she delivered the line without blinking. "You're replaceable." Her eyes were razor sharp, the kind that belonged to someone convinced the room already belonged to her. She thought the victory was hers. My newly appointed CEO, polished, confident, and utterly blind. I smiled, folded my hands, and murmured, "Actually, I don't approve." What followed wasn't silence at all. It was a sound her world cracking before she even realized it. We hadn't begun this way. Far from it. When I first met her, she was eager, electric, the kind of person who could make a room believe in impossible dreams. I admired that. Maybe on some level, I even envied it. I trusted her enough to hand her the reins when I stepped back. This company was my lifeblood, but I was exhausted from living in boardrooms. She was meant to be my safeguard, my bet on the future. Back then, her gratitude seemed genuine. Late nights at the office, quiet whiskey toasts, promises whispered that we were in this together. I believed her. I allowed myself to, but gratitude spoils. Power sours faster than milk. The change was subtle at first. She stopped copying me on emails. Then came closed-door meetings that never appeared on my calendar. I brushed it off. People grow. Leaders need room. And then the phone call came. A banker, an old friend, asking why I was refinancing properties I didn't even know existed. Documents with my signature. Only I'd never signed them. That was the moment the air shifted. The betrayal wasn't suspicion anymore. It was fact. I didn't rage. I didn't yell. I didn't confront her, because that's what she expected. Instead, I went quiet. And quiet is dangerous. Quiet is where plans take shape. I studied her moves like pieces on a chessboard. Learned which board members she charmed, which investors she whispered to over dinners. Traced every flow of money she believed was hidden. Every detail, every lie I documented and tucked away. While she sharpened her knives, I built my arsenal. She thought I'd stepped out of the game, just a figurehead clinging to a title. She never asked who controlled the board's votes. She never checked the shares beyond the illusion of her majority. She never thought to look at me, the ghost in the corner of the meetings. She didn't know I held 51%. She didn't know I could end her with a single sentence. The day came right on schedule. She called the board meeting, dressed in power black, heels striking the marble like weapons. She began with her usual confidence. Plans, budgets, projections. And then, almost as an afterthought, glanced at me. "You've been distant," she said smoothly, "but it's time to step aside. This company doesn't need you anymore." Then came the dagger. "You're replaceable." The words might have cut if I hadn't been waiting for them. Instead, I leaned back calm like I'd rehearsed this moment for months. "Actually," I said, voice low and deliberate, "I don't approve." First came confusion in her eyes, then irritation, then fear. She tried to speak, but I didn't let her. "The board," I continued, "answers to me. 51%, to be exact. Every deal you sign without my consent, nullified. Every property you try to slip into your own name, frozen. Every backroom promise to investors, worthless." Her lipstick looked too bright now. Her suit suddenly too sharp, like armor worn to a battle already lost. "You can't," she started. "I already did." I slid the folder across the table. Inside, every forged document, every hidden transfer, every misstep she thought unseen. One by one, board members opened their copies. Pages turned like the ticking of a clock. Her breath caught. Her posture sagged. The confidence drained from her like water through a crack. I didn't shout. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. The silence spoke for me. "You're dismissed," I said simply. Her chair creaked as she stood too quickly, hands trembling despite her effort to hide it. She fumbled with her papers, but the board no longer looked at her. She was already a ghost. She left without a word. The sound of the door closing was the sweetest applause. After the meeting, the board congratulated me. Smiles of relief. A few claps on the back as though I'd saved them from something worse. But I didn't celebrate. Celebration is for winners who weren't sure they'd win. For me, this was inevitable. When someone betrays you, the only real revenge isn't fury, it's control. It's a quiet smile while their empire crumbles, brick by brick, before their eyes. It's knowing they destroyed themselves, and all you did was let the rope tighten. I walked out into the night air. The city lights burned bright against the sky. For the first time in months, I breathed without weight on my chest. She thought I was replaceable. She thought she'd outgrown me. But I don't need to be irreplaceable. I only need to be undeniable. And tonight, in that boardroom, I was both.